Today on Play to Win, it's rivalry weekend. From the battle in the horseshoe to the Iron Bowl, we've got you covered. Also, should Georgia fans be worried about the long-term effects of facing the triple option? That and more coming up on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Georgia Lottery and McDonald's. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, player medical and injury reports with Dr. Sadiq El Amin, Falcons All-Pro running back Jamal Anderson, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is brought to you by Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers, a higher order of pizza for your tailgating events.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to football's Play to Win. You guys just missed the dance party there for a second. You guys were getting warmed up.
Yeah. Play to win.
Right in that falsetto,
Such solid
too.
gold vibes, baby.
They don't even know y'all. They don't even know solid gold is, man. Come on.
Oh, man.
Okay.
The old schoolers do, but the young bucks
Shout to
don't.
Marilyn McCoo.
Well, if you don't know, now you know. We got Bob Whitfield, Jamal Anderson, Chuck Smith, and it's rivalry weekend. I gotta know who your favorite college rivalry is. Chuck, I'll start with you.
I'm going back to my childhood. I remember growing up.
47 years ago.
You need to stop. You need to stop. But look, I like the old Nebraska Cornhuskers with Mike Rozier, Turner Gill, when they used to play against Oklahoma back in the early 80s. I was in the 5th, 6th grade. Anytime those two teams played, I was in front of the TV.
Jamel Holloway. Keith Jackson.
You know, that was back in the day. You know, when the curl was out, I had my curl shag with the part on the side, you know. Try to be like Mike Rozier, but you know you're wrong. But anyway, who was your talk to me?
Wait, hold on. Don't jump over me. It's Holy War weekend, folks. It is the holy. What you need to do if you have time today is to tune in to Utah BYU. Number one, Utah is the Pac-12 South champion. Number two, because I went there. No, but I mean, it's a great rivalry. It's really, really personal. No, it's a good game. I'm just saying. There's good football played out there. I want you to tune in. And It's a heck of a rivalry.
Blah, blah. I mean, I grew
Utah
up
BYU.
listening to Alabama and the announcer, and it's a barn burner in Tuscaloosa. And it's like every week Alabama had a rivalry because that's all that they played on TV growing up. But as I got to a little older, I did go to Stanford, and we played for the Axe against Cal, and I just learned what it was about, you know, saying they were stealing and robbing from other, you know, it's one of those things that anybody I play, it's a rivalry, because I want to beat them all.
Yeah. And Bob was also in the band when the laterals happened. Remember when Cal did the laterals and won?
No, I was not. I was a year before me.
Whatever, Bob. You was in
I'm
the
not
band.
that old.
That was a nice trip down memory lane. Let's fast forward to this weekend. We've got some good old-fashioned hate. Georgia Tech, Georgia. Now, some people say this rivalry is maybe a little irrelevant these days, a little lopsided. Georgia's won 13 of the last 15 meetings. Those two losses, though, for Georgia were in Athens to Tech, and Tech is headed to Athens.
Between the hedges, Georgia Tech is coming with that rambling wreck, and what you get is that option QB, that option game, and if they can have a little bit of defense, they can keep it competitive, but I can see Georgia just trying to really trample over them to get to that big game.
I mean, you could talk about this probably even better than me, Chuck, but when you're facing an option team, especially an option team as prolific as Tech, it's about discipline, right? Defensively.
Yeah. And what you want to do is everybody has a responsibility. When you're on defense, the linebacker is going to have the responsibility for taking Georgia Tech's B-back, who gets the dives, who's usually the single back behind the quarterback. Then also the wing players, the wide receivers or the running backs that are, you know, taking the sweeps from the outside. The linebackers will have responsibility for that, and some of the strong safety. So it is about discipline, but you got to play physical. To me, people always forget that one part about Georgia Tech. You got to go physical because they're going to be physical.
Speaking of physical, the two-headed monster, Swift and Holyfield.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't really replicate what was going on with the past two backs. You just don't dream of having a situation where you can get like a Sonny Michel and Mick Chubb part 2, and here we are. Tebow said it a week ago on game day. Okay, I have to admit, Georgia is running back heavy, but these are two talented guys. I love the explosiveness, the field vision, and the versatility of Swift, and I love how physical. I mean, Holyfield is a Holyfield. The dude is a mannequin of his father. He runs with jabs and stiffs, and he comes downhill, and he's very physical.
If you had to take one of those two backs,
I really like them. I love
give
what
me
he
one. Give me one.
Well, I'm not going to pick because I like them both.
There you go.
Can't answer.
Guys, we got more coming up. Stick with us on Play to Win. When we come back, it's our SEC ACC report. We got some in-state matchups. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Fuel your football. Come to Mellow Mushroom for craft brews, fresh cocktails, and stone-baked pizzas. Or mellow at your own home gate. Tailgating? No matter who wins, it's always mellow for the win. Fuel your football with Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers.
Which one of you is my secret Santa?
You guys know I'm peppermint intolerant. We know.
Just like the ones I make every day.
Oh, it's a shelf. Guess I'm supposed to sit on it?
Knockety knock. What, Barry?
I just wanted to give you guys a little something. It's just to say thanks for
It's a scratcher.
all the elf stuff you do.
Barry from accounting.
I'll leave you to your...
This could be my ticket out of here.
It's the gift everyone wants to get. Give the holiday scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
Athletes of all levels experience more wear and tear than most. Stop playing through the pain. Get the proper medical attention you need from Dr. Elamine and the staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Our team includes specialists in many fields offering compassionate care and advanced treatments that will get you back in the game. From weekend warriors to athletes of all levels, we've got your back and shoulder and ankle and knee. Call today for an appointment or visit theshouldernation.com.
Cook, I clean it.
I know, I love cooking.
Hey guys, going to Dave's to play video games.
Hang on.
Yeah, we talked about this. We don't want you over there.
Their internet, it's cable.
Son, when they could get internet with AT&T fiber and they don't?
We just want what's best for you.
Don't get mixed up with bad internet. Switch to AT&T Fiber. Get faster upload speeds of up to 300 megabits per second for $40 a month. Limited availability may not be in your area. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877-ONLY-ATT.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by Nissan.
Welcome back to Play to Win and the most fun weekend in all of college football. Rivalry weekend, the Iron Bowl going down. Alabama, Auburn, yikes.
This takes it to another level of rivalry.
What level?
I mean, it takes it to the next. If this was on another level, we're taking it to Saturn. This ain't just, Tuscaloosa or Auburn. I just think when you look at this rivalry, so many great players are a part of it. I mean, you go back to Bama, Ken Stabler, you're looking at Auburn, Bo Jackson, Cam Newton, so many great, Cornelius Bennett, Alabama. Yeah. There's just so much history in this rivalry, but what trips me out is, especially when I talk to, some of my friends from around the country, this is year-round. So in Alabama, Auburn, just like it is in Tennessee, just like it is in Georgia.
Damaging properties and trees.
I mean, it takes it to a whole nother level. Right. And, but for me, when you think of a rivalry, it's where you have to live with someone 365 days a year. That's what the rivalry is about, right? So in this game, it's real ugly, but to me, it starts with, for Auburn, this is about what can Auburn do to stop Alabama's offense. What can right? Because when I watch Auburn against Georgia, Georgia ran through Auburn. So what do you do if you're Auburn? Do you stack the box to stop the run? Do you go after Tua? Because against Georgia, they couldn't stop the run.
Kidnapped the bus driver.
That rotation, I frankly expected more from that defensive line. They got good players there. Statistically, they're on pace, but you're right. That secession and the rotation and the things that were going on in the Georgia game, you go, man, when that Alabama game comes around, y'all going to be in trouble. But, I mean, the bottom line is you rely on, this is it. You rely on this rivalry. You rely on how personal it is and these kids growing up together. But Alabama is the behemoth that nobody's been able to stop, and I certainly don't see Auburn coming in right now and being the one to stop
them. I think a lot of people would agree with you there. Let's take a look at some of the SEC-ACC matchups. These guys going head-to-head. Bob.
Ooh, look at that. I know where Chuck's going. He's going to see Clemson.
Yeah, Clemson, South Carolina. Look, Clemson's hot right now. Listen, when I was growing up, South Carolina used to always win this game.
Times have changed.
And now times have flipped and Clemson. No, seriously, when I was growing up, I mean, that's what it used to be.
What about nostalgia? Florida State and Florida. That's the nostalgic big game from back in the day on TV in the South.
But it's still kind of big now. It's about, you know, they're still vying for recruiting. They're still trying to position themselves for recruiting.
There's no doubt about that.
You touched on Clemson, South Carolina, how that used to be a huge rivalry. Let's take a look at Jake Bentley's numbers versus Trevor Lawrence. You'll see there it's almost a little bit equal, and Jake Bentley might even have a little bit of a leg up. Chuck, you're going to be at that game, right?
Yep, I'm excited about that. Look, but speaking of being I remember being at this table when the season started, when somebody named Bob Whitfield was riding a Bentley till the wheels was going to roll off. In the beginning of this season, I remember he talked about Jake Bentley so much. I mean, the guy's been solid, but to me, he hadn't done as well as people thought. But the other kid, Trevor Lawrence, now he's hot. I mean, he inherited a Bentley. Trevor Lawrence didn't have to do nothing but get in his car and just roll.
That was a Ferrari he inherited.
And it's not even about the numbers. Think about what transpired with this program and how Kelly Bryant was there and that drama that could have transpired inside that program. Here's a young quarterback who stayed with it, who stayed focused, and you're looking at the numbers there. It's not like he plays all game long. Clemson is tearing people up, but he's led this thing and had such great focus in this transition with all of that stuff. And they have kept moving along, and they have a goal, and we know who they want to see at the end of the season. And I think Clemson's going to be
Notre Dame? Oh,
what?
And to be fair, those numbers are from the last 5 games. Now let's throw it over to our college football showdown of the week.
Today's showdown of the week is being brought to you by the Georgia Lottery.
Ooh. Anytime Michigan plays Ohio State, there are potential life-changing things that happen during this game.
This is big-time life-changing for Jim Harbaugh.
Yep.
This is his time. He has finally made it to the big leagues right here. They put promotions for the last 2 weeks about this game, building it up, talking about they were born in the same hospital. I didn't even know that. They were born in the same hospital. Jim Harbaugh and the coach from Ohio State. So it was one of the things that this is such a big game for Michigan that they can't lose if they want to prove something to the national audience that they belong in this big type of game. This is it right here.
He's been here before, Bob. Harbaugh's been here before. The problem is he hasn't been able to win. And here's the thing, Michigan is having a fantastic season.
Fantastic.
This looks like the team you go, okay, well, we expect them to be in the Final Four and have a chance for the championship. It boils down to this game and this game only. He's been unable to beat Ohio State, period, point blank. And I don't care what Michigan did, if they go in there Saturday and they lose to Ohio State, everybody's going to be down on Harbaugh and this team.
Let's see how Jeffrey picked the game. Jeffrey, the edge checker.
Jeffrey is looking at it like this, the same way I see it. Harbaugh and that team will not have a let-up. Young Devin Bush's son is the linebacker wreaking havoc. Take Michigan right there, their favorite, and give them the win.
He called it, and he's right. Guys, we're going to dive a little deper into this clean, old-fashioned hate with the Jackets and Dogs. Stick with us. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
Black Friday means the best tech with the best savings. And now at Nissan's year-end event, you can get both in our award-winning lineup. No brand has earned more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for cars and trucks than Nissan in 2018. Get Black Friday savings before they're gone.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models, or save up to $10,687 on select models.
But hurry, Black Friday savings ends soon.
If you book your hair transplant procedure before Thanksgiving, we will give you a $500 voucher and we will slash an additional $500 off your procedure for the next 10 clients only. That's a total of $1,000 towards your hair transplant procedure if you call us before Thanksgiving. We have been the leader in hair restoration for 4 decades. Now is the time to get ready for the new year. Now is the time to get a lot more hair for your money and to finally feel great again. We have a very limited number of spots available, so make sure you book yours today.
The rules of luxury. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't use. Use, but don't enjoy. Enjoy, but don't show it.
If you're going to follow one rule, make sure it's this one. Luxury should be lived in. During the Infiniti Winter Sales Event, lease the Infiniti QX60 for $429 a month. Now get a special winter bonus at your Atlanta area Infiniti retailer.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by This Is It Barbecue and Seafood.
Welcome back to Play to Win. It's the Dog Report, and we were talking a little earlier about defending the triple option, what that means to players. But when fans hear triple option, oftentimes they go right to cut blocks. Is that something that even needs to be a conversation?
It is. It's the biggest conversation about Georgia Tech and that O-line, is when you don't throw the ball and you have to rely on option running, that means you need that O-line to cut people down. And what you're going to get is guys with 4-point stances coming off real low, and they are chopping and whacking at knees, ankles, shins, and guys get nervous about playing the cut block scheme. Chuck, they sometimes put the D lineman back a yard so that they can use their hands better. But what it is that if you're going to play Georgia Tech, you know what they do. Right. They come after your legs. So you cannot be fearful as a D lineman, and you have to be cognizant of your skill sets and your assignment so that you can attack and go hard.
Yeah, you better be disciplined, because the biggest thing for that is when you get late in the game. When they keep doing this and you keep having to get up off the ground and they keep coming under your legs late in the game, that's when they really start tearing people up. And from a defensive point of view, it's a whole different ball of wax there.
Right, and you're right. But the kryptonite for the cut block is hands and pad level and leverage and eyes. How do you, I always ask people, young D linemen, how do you play a cut block? First with your eyes. If you don't see it, you can't play it. So I just think part of it is taking away that myth that it can't be played against. And here's something else I want to tell folks. Every year we hear every coach around the country say, man, we don't play it enough. You play it every year when you're at Georgia against Georgia Tech. Right. Paul Johnson's been around for at least 100 years, okay? So let's not act like the triple option has just been invented. Right. Everybody gets to see it at some point. It's out there on the websites. We can go on Instagram right now, on Twitter. We can go out there on YouTube. So the point is saying that the blueprint to beat it is out there, but the blueprint for success is always going to be out there.
Well, let's get Jeffrey's pick. Let's see how he sees it.
Well, Jeffrey, of course, is taking a whopping amount of points with Georgia Tech. He's going with the points. He's not saying Georgia's going to lose to them. He's saying, but with that many points, they'll keep it close. They won't even have that many passing yards.
It depends. If Tech runs the ball and controls the clock, that numbers they're not going to reach. Georgia's not going to beat them by 17 points.
It's about discipline. That thing is about discipline.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's the word from our experts. Now it's time for you to be the expert. Head over to our Play to Win website and play our Ippolito's You Be the Expert contest. This season, be sure to visit our website, playingtowin.tv, and take a shot to be #1 against all the competition by picking this week's college and NFL winners against the spread. We'll be giving away Ippolito's $100 and $50 gift certificates to each week's first and second place winners. So make sure you come back every week and prove your football IQ by being the best at predicting this week's college and NFL games. Ippolito's, a great neighborhood Italian restaurant. All right, guys, stick with us. After the break, we're going to shift gears and talk NFL. And, of course, we're going to touch on the Le'Veon Bell situation. You guys don't want to miss it. Coming up on Football's Play to Win.
Look what God has done. Thank you. Because of your support, we've grown to locations all over Atlanta. This is the time of year where we all take time to give thanks and to celebrate with family and friends. May God richly bless you and your family is our prayer. Thank you and happy holidays! See you soon!
Every TV doctor knows nothing's more important than a good bedside manner.
I don't know how to say this.
It's okay, Doc. Give it to me straight.
No, you don't understand. I don't know how to say this. I'm just a TV doctor.
They also know you should get your annual checkup.
It could save your life.
Schedule a checkup with your doctor. Know your 4 health numbers and start taking control of your health today. Cigna, together, all the way.
Fuel your football. Come to Mellow Mushroom for craft brews, fresh cocktails, and stone-baked pizzas. Or mellow at your own home gate. Tailgating? No matter who wins, it's always mellow for the win. Fuel your football with Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers.
Today's show is being brought to you by Nissan and This Is It Barbecue. Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by McDonald's.
Welcome back to Play to Win. You guys have been holding out on this for a while. We're just going to dig it back layer by layer. Me, personally, I don't know what to believe with this Le'Veon Bell situation. No idea. Jamal, walk me through it.
Well, the last couple of years, here's the thing everybody can agree on. Since he's got into the NFL, Le'Veon Bell has been one of the top 3 running backs in all of football. Period, point blank.
Agreed.
You can go the numbers, whatever. That's the facts. The last couple of seasons, he has played under a franchise tag. Yes.
1-year deals.
Yep, 1-year deals each year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he's been trying to get a long-term contract, which has been very difficult to work out with the Steelers. The numbers. Nobody really knows what the numbers are, but the fact remains they could not agree on a deal, and the expectation was for most people that Le'Veon Bell would come in 10 games in and play for this season, but he did not choose to do that because I held out. I was under contract and I held out, and it was important because I ended up getting hurt, and it turns into a whole different thing. I was able to come back, but then another injury prevented me from continuing my career. And what happens is when you get hurt, it's pretty much a done deal, depending on who you are in these organizations. So you're in a situation as a player where you have to maximize on your earning potential as soon as you can, as much as you can, when you can. Okay, this is $1 billion business, period, point blank. And it's funny to me sometimes how people and the general public, they are so hardcore for the players, rooting for them until it gets to this situation.
They're hardcore until other teammates jump in and down Le'Veon. So I just think Le'Veon looked out for himself.
That's an interesting perspective from someone that's been there, and that is what I was looking for. Guys, when we come back, we'll have Dr. E in our NFL Player Medical Report. Stick with us on Football's Play to Win.
Which one of you is my Secret Santa?
You guys know I'm peppermint intolerant. We know.
Just like the ones I make every day.
Oh, it's a shelf. Guess I'm supposed to sit on it?
Knockety knock. What, Barry?
I just wanted to give you guys a little something. It's just to say thanks for
It's a scratcher.
all the elf stuff you do.
Barry from accounting.
I'll leave you to your...
This could be my ticket out of here.
It's the gift everyone wants to get. Give the holiday scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
There is a better way to get you and your company in the hands of potential clients 24/7. This is IntelliCard, today's digital business card. It is the ultimate sales, branding, and marketing tool. With IntelliCard, all of your information is in one place, making it easier to share and recall. IntelliCard is different. You get all of this in a highly secure web-based solution designed to get you results.
Take advantage of our special TV offer. Call now and get your IntelliCard for only $99. Work smarter and increase your sales today with IntelliCard.
If you book your hair transplant procedure before Thanksgiving, we will give you a $500 voucher and we will slash an additional $500 off your procedure for the next 10 clients only. That's a total of $1,000 towards your hair transplant procedure if you call us before Thanksgiving. We have been the leader in hair restoration for 4 decades. Now is the time to get ready for the new year. Now is the time to get a lot more hair for your money and to finally feel great again. We have a very limited number of spots available, so make sure you book yours today.
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they did, they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
Today's Player, Medical, and Injury Report is being brought to you by the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute.
Welcome back to Play to Win. Now let's send it over to Dr. E with our NFL Injury Report.
Hello everyone, how you doing? This is Dr. Elamine. I'm coming live from the Elamine Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute here in Gwinnett. So we're going to talk about NFL injuries of Week 11. I'm sure everyone saw the devastating injury that happened to Alex Smith, the quarterback from the Washington Redskins. If you didn't see this, this was a gruesome injury where he was tackled by J.J. Watt and ended up getting out of the pile, and then his ankle was sort of kind of twisted. It looked bad. He was carried off the field. Now, what they thought it was just a real bad sprain. They got x-rays and showed that he not only broke his tibia, but he broke his fibula. So he broke both bones in his leg. Now, interesting enough, for people who are historians of football, this was the 33rd anniversary of Joe Theismann. Now, Joe Theismann was a quarterback during the day that sustained the same injury when basically he was hit, had a really bad fracture, and it ended his career. So this is a pretty serious injury from Alex Smith. We know that technology has changed, and so hopefully he'll be able to get back, but it's looked like he may be out next year and probably the season after that, or this could be a career-ending injury. So we wish him the best of luck, and we're praying for him. But this was a gruesome, gruesome injury. The next person I want to talk about is the quarterback from the Titans, Mariota. As you know, Marcus has been dealing with this elbow injury. He didn't finish the whole game last week, and now he's having problems gripping the ball. So the question of it is, if he does play this week, will this affect him? So we had two quarterbacks that one is definitely out this season with the Washington Redskins, which could really hurt their season. And then we have another quarterback, Marcus Mariota of the Titans, and will this affect them going into the playoff season? Everyone, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving, and I will talk to you later.
Coming up next, we'll have Jeffrey, the Edge, Schechter's Pick. Stick with us on Football's Play to Win.
Athletes of all levels experience more wear and tear than most. Stop playing through the pain. Get the proper medical attention you need from Dr. Elamine and the staff at the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute. Our team includes specialists in many fields offering compassionate care and advanced treatments that will get you back in the game. From weekend warriors to athletes of all levels, we've got your back and shoulder and ankle and knee. Call today for an appointment or visit theshouldernation.com.
It's me, Wanda Smith, and is your schedule anything like mine? Busy, busy, busy. Listen, the holidays are approaching, and I just cannot stand over a hot stove. So do what I'm going to do. I'm going to order it all from This Is It. Place your order online. Your choice of smoked or fried turkey, ham, cornbread dressing, and plenty of delicious veggies to choose from. Pick it up, chill, then simply heat and serve. Order today. Holiday dinner, check.
Black Friday means the best tech with the best savings. And now at Nissan's year-end event, you can get both in our award-winning lineup. No brand has earned more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for cars and trucks than Nissan in 2018. Get Black Friday savings before they're gone.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on 13 models, or save up to $10,687 on select models.
But hurry, Black Friday savings ends soon.
Welcome back to Play to Win. Bob, take us through Jeffrey the Edge Schechter's Pick.
All right, let's see. Jeffrey goes by the numbers. I go by the fresh uniforms. Take Florida over Florida State. Take Pittsburgh over Miami. And then down with LSU, Texas A&M, go with the Tigers. And in the NFL, we got Doodoo Brown Cleveland on a winning streak. Go with the Cleveland Browns. San Francisco over Tampa. Tampa's, I don't know. And Pittsburgh at Denver. Let's go with Pittsburgh. Let's go, Ben.
Oh, man. Doodoo Brown?
Doodoo Brown.
You really did it to him, Bob.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us this week on Football's Play to Win. We'll see you next Saturday. Happy football.
Today's show has been brought to you by the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, Mellow Mushroom, and Atlanta Peach Movers.